Hi, my name is Bart Blair. I want to take the next few minutes to share with you 6 simple steps that you can utilize to maximize the impact of your church's YouTube channel. Churches have been using YouTube for years now as a place to upload sermons and to share them with their congregation. In early 2020, after the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, more churches than ever have found themselves with a YouTube channel to manage. You might be one of them. And while YouTube is an excellent resource for sharing your weekend live stream and posting your weekend sermons to share with your congregation, it can really be so much more than that. YouTube should be an integral component of your digital outreach strategy. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the internet, second only to Google. And every day, millions of people around the world are using YouTube to search for videos that answer questions to some of life's biggest challenges. Questions about life and relationships, parenting, finances, questions that your church's sermon videos often actually answer. And if you follow these 6 simple steps that I'm about to outline for you, your videos are much more likely to be viewed by the people who are actually searching for those answers. So, are you ready? Let's do this. Step 1 for optimizing your church's sermon videos in YouTube begins with selecting the right title for your video. Now, I know your inclination might be to simply use the title that your pastor gave the sermon, but I want to challenge you to rethink that, because ultimately what we want to do is position our videos so that they can actually be found by people who are searching online. So the title of the video ought to reflect the questions that are actually being searched. Let me give you an example. A number of years ago, I preached a sermon series called Seeing Through the Fog. Can you guess what that sermon series might be about? Of course you can't, because as a creative person, I chose to give the series a creative title. It's a metaphor for the topic, rather than a boring but self-explanatory title. The sermon series, Seeing Through the Fog, was actually about mental health issues, what the Bible teaches about fear, what the Bible teaches about anxiety, what the Bible teaches about depression and addiction and grief. Seeing Through the Fog was a metaphor for the experience of navigating life with those types of issues. Now, if you want to borrow that title for a sermon series of your own, feel free. Just don't use it as the title for your YouTube videos. While I was very creative in coming up with that sermon title, I tried to be less creative when I uploaded those videos to YouTube. When I uploaded them to YouTube, I retitled each of the sermons with a phrase that was most likely to be searched. What the Bible teaches about anxiety, what the Bible teaches about grief, what the Bible teaches about depression. You see where I'm going with this, right? So when we're choosing the title for the video, we want to make sure that it accurately reflects a question that our end user may actually be asking, that it answers the questions to a problem that someone may have. So choose your title carefully. The second step to optimizing your videos for YouTube is to add hashtags. That's right, you can use hashtags in YouTube. A recent development in YouTube is the creation of hashtag landing pages. So at the very beginning of your description, in the description field, choose 2 or 3 words or phrases that you want to emphasize with that hashtag. That should be the first thing that you include in the description box. So now you've created a title that answers a question that someone is asking on the internet. You've chosen hashtags to be the first part of your description, hashtags that are relevant to your sermon topic. And the third step to optimizing your videos for YouTube is to complete the description. Now, we've already started the description with a few hashtags that are relevant to the content. The next thing that I want to do in that description field is to repeat the video's title. And it's at this point that you can also include the original sermon title if it happens to differ from the video title that you're uploading. If it's one part in a multi-part series, you can include that information as well. YouTube has provided a very long field, up to 5,000 characters, so that you can provide a very detailed description of that video. Not just the series, but that unique video. Now, why has YouTube provided such a large field for the description? Because the more information you include in the description, the better you help YouTube determine the content in the video and its value to the end user. I personally find that churches are way too often vague in their video descriptions. Help yourself and help YouTube by providing as much detail as you can. Remember, this description is not really for the video viewer, it's for the YouTube search engine. So we've provided a great title for our video, added hashtags, and filled in a detailed description. But before we leave the description field, we want to do one more thing. This is the 4th step to optimizing your videos for YouTube. Make sure that you include in the description field links back to your church website. It can be a link directly to the homepage or to a page that has more information about this particular teaching series. It could be a link to a page that's connected to a specific ministry that might be relevant to the sermon topic. The ultimate goal is to try to connect the video viewer to your church by including a link back to your church website. Don't neglect this really important step. The fifth step in optimizing your YouTube videos is to add keywords in the tags field. When you begin filling in tags for your video or the specific keywords, there will be some that will be obvious to you. You should be able to identify 3 or 4 right off the bat. These should be specific words that describe your video. You should have a minimum of 5 to 8 tags for keywords, but I like to take things one step further. The process that I like to use to determine which tags go into my videos goes like this. I open a different YouTube window and I search for a YouTube video on the same or similar topic as my video. And once I have those search returns, I look for videos that have the highest number of views. I click on those videos, and when I get to the page that contains those videos, I take a look at their keywords. I can do that in one of 2 ways. In my Chrome browser, I've installed an extension called Keywords Everywhere. And you can use this extension in both Chrome and in Firefox. And if you have this extension installed in your browser, it shows you right on the screen the keywords that are contained in that very popular video. From that list, you can decide which keywords you want to copy into the tags field of your own video. Now, if you don't want to use the Keywords Everywhere plugin, you can do this an alternate way by right-clicking on the video's page, then selecting the option that says View Page Source. Then do a find search, looking for the word keywords. It'll show you within all the technical gobbledygook a list of keywords for that video. Again, you want to choose as many of the matching keywords that are relevant to your topic that are also in this popular video's keywords. The goal in doing this is to actually get YouTube to recommend your video to the viewers of these most popular videos. These are called recommended views, and this is some of the most valuable traffic that you can get to your YouTube channel. So match as many of those keywords as you can in your videos to those videos that are the most popular on the same or similar topic. Finally, step number 6 to optimizing your videos for YouTube is to choose an appropriate thumbnail for your video. Now, what makes an appropriate thumbnail in YouTube? It's typically one that grabs attention and makes it stand out amongst all the other thumbnails. Sometimes that might actually be your sermon series artwork. Some cases it's not, and you need to make a judgment call on that. My recommendation is to surf around on YouTube and see what kind of thumbnails grab your attention. If you don't have a graphic designer or you're not a graphic designer yourself, I recommend using Canva. Canva is a free platform that actually has a series of templates that you can use to create YouTube thumbnails. And when you create your thumbnail, make sure that it states clearly the name of the video. You can brand it to your church if you'd like, or just use very vibrant and bright colors so that it stands out in the YouTube universe. So let's review. The 6 simple steps to optimize your YouTube videos are 1. Create a title that's reflective of the questions that people are asking on the internet. 2. Include hashtags in your description that are very specific to your topic. 3. Add a complete description into the description field of your video, not being stingy with your words. 4. Include links back to your church's website that are relevant that help the user find more information or a way to contact you. 5. Include an extensive list of tags or keywords that are relevant to your topic, and do so by matching them to other popular videos on YouTube. And 6. Upload an eye-catching thumbnail, a piece of art that stands out in the visual world of YouTube. If you follow these 6 steps, you'll start to see more organic traffic to your YouTube videos. You'll be able to introduce Jesus to more people who don't yet know him. One last thing. As you look forward to your church's next big event, why not try advertising on YouTube? It's an amazingly cost-effective way of targeting people in your community and introducing them to your church through video. If you'd like to learn more, check out the link in the description of this video. And if you found this content to be helpful, make sure that you subscribe to the Missional Marketing YouTube page. Ring the bell so you don't miss notifications for any future content. Thanks for your time. Happy YouTubing. God bless.